You are the inheritor of a cosmic legacy. Within you lies the same creative power that shaped the universe, dormant, yet waiting for you to awaken and reclaim it. The time has come for you to step into your birthright and master the art of divine asking. Consider the humble seed. It does not question its right to grow, to reach for the sun, to become a mighty tree. It simply asks the soil for nourishment, the rain for water, the sun for warmth. In its asking, it receives. The universe conspires to fulfill its request because the seed's desire is in perfect harmony with the grand design. So too must you learn to ask without doubt, without fear, with the pure intention of a seed yearning to sprout. You are no different from that seed. You are a cosmic being, temporarily clothed in flesh, and with the power to shape reality through your thoughts and desires. But how does one ask the universe? It is not a mere utterance of words, but a harmonious alignment of thought, feeling, and belief. It is a state of being where your entire essence becomes the question, the desire, the intention. This book will reveal the sacred art of asking, a spiritual practice that aligns you with the universe's hidden laws. This is the key, the missing piece of the puzzle that will unlock untold possibilities in your life. As you continue, you will learn how to tap into the unseen forces that govern creation, and by asking, command the limitless power of the divine. Part 1. Awakening and Foundations. Chapter 1. The Sacred Art of Asking That No One Talks About. In a vast, unforgiving desert, a weary wanderer trudged through endless dunes, his throat parched, his hope dwindling with each step. The merciless sun beat down upon him, and the horizon shimmered with mirages that taunted his desperate thirst. In this moment of deepest need, he remembered an ancient teaching: ask, and you shall receive. With his last breath of strength, he lifted his face to the sky and whispered to the wind, "Guide me." It was a simple request, born of pure necessity and devoid of doubt, and in that instant, a gentle breeze stirred the air, carrying with it the faintest scent of water. Following this ethereal guide, the traveler crested a final dune to behold a lush oasis, teeming with life and fresh, cool water. It had been there all along, hidden just beyond his sight, waiting for him to ask for guidance. This narrow reeve reveals a profound truth. Asking is the key that unlocks the doors of the universe. Often the answers to our deepest needs lie closer than we realize, obscured only by our failure to ask. In a world that glorifies action and self-reliance, we have forgotten the sacred power of asking. But I tell you now, asking is not a passive act of weakness. It is a divine alignment with the creative forces that shape our reality. When you ask, you engage in a cosmic dance with the universe, opening channels through which abundance can flow. To ask is to acknowledge the interconnectedness of all things. It is to recognize that you are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of its grand design. Just as the planets do not hesitate to ask for the sun's gravity to keep them in orbit, so too must you learn to ask without hesitation or shame. Let me share with you another tale, one of an ancient sage and his eager young student. The student, seeking the secrets of prosperity, approached the sage and asked, "Master, how can I attain great wealth?" The sage smiled knowingly and replied, "First, you must learn to ask correctly. The universe responds not to vague desires, but to clear, intentional requests. Ask not for wealth, but for the wisdom to recognize and create true abundance." Heeding his master's words, the student began to ask for wisdom and understanding. As he did so, he found that his perception of wealth transformed. He discovered abundance not just in material possessions, but in knowledge, relationships, and inner peace. Through the power of intentional asking, he had unlocked the path to true fulfillment. Like this student, you too can harness the power of asking to manifest not just material gains, but a life of purpose and deep satisfaction. By aligning your request with your highest self, you open the floodgates of universal abundance. Now I offer you a simple practice to begin your journey into the art of divine asking. Pause for a moment in your day. Find a quiet space where you can be alone with your thoughts. Take a deep breath and center yourself. Now, ask the universe for something small but specific. It could be a sign, a moment of clarity, or a small act of kindness from a stranger. Make your request clear and intentional, then release it to the cosmos. Over the next few days, observe how the universe responds. You may be surprised at the synchronicities that unfold, revealing the hidden threads that connect all things. Chapter 2. The universe is always listening. Are you ready to be heard? In a small village, there lived a gardener whose hands were as gentle as they were wise. Each morning, as the first light of dawn painted the sky, he would kneel before his garden and speak softly to the earth. "Dear soil," he would say, "I ask you to nurture the seeds I've planted. Bring forth abundance and beauty." His neighbors would pass by, shaking their heads and chuckling. "Words alone cannot make plants grow," they would scoff. But the gardener paid them no mind, for he knew a truth they had forgotten. As the seasons turned, a miracle unfolded. While other gardens withered in the heat or succumbed to pests, the gardener's plot flourished. Lush vines climbed trellises, heavy with fruit. Flowers bloomed in vibrant hues, their petals soft as silk. The air was sweet with the scent of herbs and ripe vegetables. This story illustrates the unseen dialogue that takes place between you and the universe. Just as the gardener spoke to the earth, so too do your thoughts and words reach the ears of the cosmos. The universe is not a distant, uncaring force. It is an active participant in your life, always listening, always ready to respond to your desires. Every thought you think, every word you speak, carries energy that ripples through the fabric of reality. The universe recognizes this energy and responds in kind. Many of you have been taught to doubt, to believe that your requests fall on deaf ears. But I tell you now, it is time to shift from doubt to faith. The universe hears every whisper of your heart, every silent plea of your soul. It is waiting, always waiting, for you to ask. Consider the story of a young woman named Amara. For years, she struggled to find her path in life, feeling lost and without direction. One night, in a moment of desperation, she looked up at the starry sky and asked him, "Show me the way." In the days that followed, Amara began to notice subtle changes. A chance encounter led to a job opportunity she had never considered. A book fell open to a page that spoke directly to her heart's desire. Little by little, doors began to open, guiding her towards a life of purpose and fulfillment. You see, the universe had been waiting for Amara to ask. And when she did, it responded with a symphony of synchronicities. Your life, too, is filled with these subtle responses from the universe. Every coincidence, every unexpected opportunity, every moment of inspiration is a whisper from the cosmos saying, "I hear you. I am here." To deepen your connection with this cosmic dialogue, I offer you this practice. Each morning, as you greet the day, write down one request. It need not be grand or life-changing. Simply ask for something with clarity and intention. Then, as you move through your day, be alert for the universe's response. It may come in unexpected forms, a overheard conversation, a sudden insight, a small act of kindness. By acknowledging these responses, you strengthen your bond with the universe, opening yourself to ever greater abundance. Chapter 3. How to align your mind with the universe's secrets. In a sun-dappled workshop, a master sculptor stood before a massive block of marble. His apprentice watched in awe as the master's hands moved with grace and precision, chipping away at the stone. As days turned to weeks, a form began to emerge, a figure of breathtaking beauty. When the statue was complete, the apprentice marveled, "Master, how did you create such perfection from a shapeless block?" The sculptor smiled and replied, "My child, I did not create. The form was always there, waiting within the stone. I merely revealed what already existed." This tale holds an important truth about your relationship with the universe. Just as the statue existed within the marble, your desires and potential already exist within the fabric of reality. Your task is not to create, but to reveal, to align your mind with the universe's flow and uncover the abundance that awaits you. The mind, you see, is a conduit for the universe's energy. When you align your thoughts with the deeper wisdom of the cosmos, you open yourself to infinite possibilities. But in the cacophony of daily life, this alignment often becomes obscured. To reconnect with this cosmic current, you must first quiet the noise that surrounds you. Let go of the ceaseless chatter of doubt and fear. Instead, turn your attention inward, to the still, small voice that speaks of your true desires. As you cultivate this inner silence, you will find that your thoughts begin to resonate with the universe's rhythm. Your desires will become clearer, more focused. And as you ask with this newfound clarity, you will see the universe respond with increasing synchronicity. Consider now the tale of a wise king who sought guidance in ruling his vast kingdom. He retreated to a sacred grove and asked the universe for wisdom. In the rustling of leaves and the twinkling of stars, he received a simple yet profound answer: "Align with the stars, and your kingdom will flourish." The king took this message to heart. He began to make decisions not based on fleeting desires or political gain, but on the eternal principles he observed in the cosmos. As he aligned his rule with these universal truths, his kingdom indeed flourished. Crops grew in abundance, conflicts resolved peacefully, and a sense of harmony pervaded the land. This story speaks not only to rulers of kingdoms, but to you, the sovereign of your own life. As you align your mind with the divine, you gain the power to transform not just your personal circumstances, but the world around you. To help you experience this alignment, I offer you this practice. Find a quiet place where you will not be disturbed. Close your eyes and take deep, calming breaths. Imagine a golden light flowing down from the heavens, entering through the crown of your head and filling your entire being. As this light permeates your body and mind, feel yourself aligning with the divine wisdom of the universe. In this state of alignment, ask for clarity in your desires. Listen deeply for the response that comes not as words, but as a knowing in your heart. Chapter 4. Clarity is Power. In the vast expanse of the ocean, a lone sailor drifted aimlessly, his vessel at the mercy of the currents. Night after night he gazed at the stars, hoping they would guide him home. But the celestial lights remained silent, indifferent to his plight. One evening, as despair threatened to overwhelm him, an ancient wisdom stirred within his heart. He realized that the stars had always been there, ready to guide him, but only if he knew what direction he sought. With this revelation, the sailor closed his eyes and for the first time asked himself clearly, "Where do I truly wish to go?" As if in response to his newfound clarity, the stars seemed to rearrange themselves, forming a path across the night sky. The sailor, now armed with a clear destination, steered his ship with purpose, following the celestial roadmap laid out before him. This parable holds a profound truth. The power of your desires is unleashed only when you ask with clarity. Vagueness and uncertainty in your requests are like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly in the vast ocean of possibilities. But when you ask with precision, you send a focused beam of energy into the universe, directing its infinite power towards your specific goals. Consider the difference between asking for success and asking for a fulfilling career as a healer, helping others overcome their emotional trauma. The former is a nebulous concept, open to countless interpretations. The latter paints a vivid picture, allowing the universe to align its forces precisely with your vision. Clarity in asking is not about limiting your possibilities. Rather, it's about honing in on what truly resonates with your soul's purpose. When you ask with clarity, you are not just making a request, you are declaring your readiness to receive. In a secluded mountain retreat, a wise woman gathered her students around her. "Clarity," she said, her eyes twinkling with ancient knowledge, "is the bridge between intention and manifestation." She held up a crystal clear as mountain air. "See how the light passes through this crystal, focused and pure? So too must your desires be, to pierce the veil between thought and reality." Her students nodded, beginning to understand. One by one they approached her, speaking their desires with newfound clarity. And as they did, a subtle shift occurred. The air seemed to shimmer with possibility, as if the universe itself was leaning in to listen. This tale mirrors your own journey, seeker. The clarity with which you ask determines not only what you receive, but also how swiftly and accurately it manifests in your life. Your clear, precise asking acts as a beacon, guiding the universe's infinite resources towards the fulfillment of your desires. To help you harness this power, I offer you this practice. Take a moment now to write down 3 clear desires. Focus on precise details, not just what you want, but how it will look, feel, and impact your life. Let your words paint a vivid picture that the universe can respond to with exquisite accuracy. As you do this, feel the shift within you, the alignment of your thoughts, your words, and the cosmic forces that shape reality. Chapter 5. Vibration speaks louder than words. The hidden law of asking. In a bustling marketplace, a musician sat with his instrument, his fingers plucking at the strings. Though his melodies were intricate and his skill undeniable, the music that filled the air was discordant and jarring. Passers-by winced and hurried past, leaving the musician bewildered and disheartened. As the sun began to set, an old sage approached. With a knowing smile, he gently took the instrument and began to tune it. As he worked, he spoke, "Your song is beautiful, but your instrument is out of tune. No matter how exquisite the melody, if the vibration is misaligned, it cannot resonate with the world around it." This tale unveils a profound truth about the nature of asking. Words alone are not enough to manifest your desires. It is the energy behind them, the vibration of your being, that the universe truly responds to. Consider that every thought, every emotion, every desire you hold resonates at a specific frequency. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds not just to what you say, but to the energy you emit. When you ask for abundance while feeling lack, or for love while harboring resentment, you create a dissonance that the universe cannot reconcile. To truly harness the power of asking, you must align your entire being, thoughts, emotions, and energy with your desires. This alignment is the key to unlocking the universe's boundless potential. Imagine a merchant, his stall filled with the finest silks and spices. Day after day he calls out to potential customers, extolling the virtues of his wares. Yet his business struggles, his shelves remaining full while his purse grows light. A wise woman observes his plight and approaches. "Your words speak of abundance," she says, "but your energy whispers of fear and lack. It is this discord that keeps customers at bay." She teaches the merchant to shift his focus from what he lacks to what he already possesses. With each passing day, as gratitude fills his heart, his energy transforms. Soon customers begin to flock to his stall, drawn by an inexplicable sense of abundance and joy. This tale mirrors your own journey. Your emotional and energetic alignment is as crucial as the words you speak. When you ask from a place of lack, you attract more lack. But when you ask from a place of abundance and gratitude, you open yourself to receive the universe's bounty. To help you harness this power, I offer you this practice. Begin each day with a gratitude ritual. Before you ask for anything, spend a few moments in quiet reflection, acknowledging all that you already have. Feel the warmth of gratitude spread through your being, raising your vibrational frequency. From this elevated state, voice your desires to the universe. You will find that your asks now carry a potent energy, one that resonates with the abundance you seek. Chapter 6: The Magic of Expectation. In a quiet valley, a farmer tills the soil, his hands calloused from years of labor. As he scatters seeds across the freshly turned earth, his eyes shine with unwavering faith. Though no sprouts are visible, he tends to the field as if a bountiful harvest were already before him. This tale illuminates a profound truth. Belief in the unseen is the cornerstone of manifestation. Just as the farmer nurtures invisible seeds, you must cultivate faith in your desires before they materialize. The power of expectation aligns you with your aspirations, drawing them from the realm of possibility into tangible reality. When you expect with certainty, you create a resonance that the universe cannot help but respond to. This is not mere wishful thinking, but a deep-seated knowing that transcends physical evidence. To harness this power, you must shift your perspective. Instead of waiting to believe until you see results, choose to believe first. This reversal is the key to unlocking the universe's abundance. When you expect miracles, you will find them unfolding before you. Consider the tale of a traveler who set out on a journey, his heart filled with anticipation of wonders to come. At every turn, he encountered what others might call coincidences or strokes of luck. A stranger offering shelter just as a storm broke, a hidden path revealing itself when he seemed lost, unexpected kindness from those he met along the way. To the casual observer, these events might seem random, but the traveler recognized them for what they truly were: miracles manifested through his unwavering expectation. His belief in the unseen created a lens through which he perceived and experienced the world. This story mirrors the potential in your own life. When you adopt a mindset of expecting miracles, you attune yourself to the subtle workings of the universe. What once seemed ordinary becomes extraordinary. Opportunities you might have overlooked suddenly become apparent. To integrate this wisdom into your life, engage in this practice. For the next 24 hours, expect a small miracle to occur. It need not be grand or life-altering, simply something that brings joy or demonstrates the universe's responsiveness to your thoughts. As you move through your day, maintain an attitude of eager anticipation. Once the 24 hours have passed, take time to journal your experience. Reflect on any unexpected occurrences, no matter how small. This practice will train your mind to recognize the subtle ways the universe responds to your expectations, strengthening your faith in the unseen and amplifying your ability to manifest your desires. Chapter 7. Breaking Free from Doubt. In a village parched by relentless drought, fields lay barren and hope withered. Yet amidst the despair, one woman stood apart. Each morning she tended her plot, planting seeds in the dusty earth. Her neighbors watched, bewildered by her unwavering faith. This tale illuminates a profound truth. Doubt is the greatest barrier between you and your desires. The woman's faith, like water to parched soil, nourished the seeds of possibility. Her belief in the unseen rain was as real to her as the ground beneath her feet. To master the art of faith is to dissolve doubt's hold on your spirit. The universe responds not to your words alone, but to the conviction behind them. When you plant the seeds of your desires with absolute trust, you create fertile ground for manifestation. Doubt is but a veil, obscuring the limitless potential that surrounds you. It whispers of past disappointments and future uncertainties. Yet faith is the light that pierces this veil, revealing the abundance that has always been within reach. To cultivate unwavering faith, you must first recognize doubt for what it is, a learned response, not an immutable truth. Each time you choose faith over doubt, you strengthen your connection to the universe's infinite wisdom. Consider the young man who hesitated to voice his desires, fearing disappointment. His doubt became a self-fulfilling prophecy, keeping him trapped in a cycle of unfulfillment. But the day he chose to step forward with faith, to ask without reservation, his world began to shift. Opportunities arose, as if conjured by his newfound belief. This journey mirrors your own. How often have you held back, afraid to trust in the unseen? The universe awaits your leap of faith, ready to meet your trust with abundance. To reinforce this wisdom, engage in this practice. Create an affirmation that embodies your faith in the universe's responsiveness. Let it be a declaration of trust, a statement that dissolves doubt. Each morning and evening, speak this affirmation aloud, infusing it with the power of your belief. As you do so, feel the shift within you, from hesitation to certainty, from doubt to faith. Chapter 8. Eliminate resistance and watch your desires flow in. In a distant land, a mighty river flowed, its waters teeming with life and promise. Yet in its path stood an unyielding dam, built of stone and stubbornness. The river's current, once unstoppable, now slowed to a trickle, its potential held back by this immovable force. This story mirrors the journey of your spirit. Like the river, your desires flow from the wellspring of the universe, carrying with them the power to transform your life. But often, unseen barriers, fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs act as dams, obstructing the natural flow of abundance. To unlock the floodgates of manifestation, you must first recognize these hidden resistances. They lurk in the shadows of your consciousness, whispering tales of unworthiness or impossibility. Yet just as the mightiest dam can be dismantled stone by stone, so too can you dismantle these barriers. Consider the woman who constantly asked the universe for more, yet found her hands empty. Her requests echoed into the void, seemingly unheard. But the truth lay not in the universe's silence, but in her own resistance. Deep within, she harbored a belief of unworthiness, a dam built of past hurts and misunderstandings. As she began to recognize this resistance, to question its validity, cracks appeared in her self-imposed dam. With each limiting belief she challenged, another stone fell away. Slowly, the waters of abundance began to flow, first as a trickle, then a stream, and finally a torrent of manifestation. This journey from resistance to receptivity is one you too must undertake. The universe stands ready, its bounty held back only by the barriers you have unknowingly erected. To release this resistance is to align yourself with the natural flow of abundance. To aid you in this transformative process, engage in this practice. Take a moment of quiet reflection, pen and paper in hand. Allow your thoughts to wander to the desires that seem just out of reach. As you contemplate each one, listen for the whispers of resistance. What fears arise? What doubts surface? Write these resistances down, giving form to the formless. As you do, imagine each word as a stone in your dam. Now, beside each resistance, write a countering truth. If you wrote, "I am not worthy," counter it with, "I am a divine creation worthy of all abundance." Feel the power of these new beliefs, like water wearing away at stone. Conclude this practice by visualizing your dam crumbling, the waters of abundance flowing freely into your life. Carry this image with you, returning to it whenever you feel resistance rising. Remember, the universe's abundance is your birthright. By releasing resistance, you simply return to the natural state of flow and manifestation. Part 2. Deepening Understanding and Practice. Chapter 9. Turn asking into a daily ritual for guaranteed results. In the stillness before dawn, an ancient monk ascends to the highest point of his mountain temple. As the first light of day caresses the horizon, he kneels, hands clasped in reverence. His voice, barely a whisper, carries his daily request to the heavens. Grant me the wisdom to guide those in my care. This ritual, performed without fail for decades, has become as natural to him as breathing. Each day, as if in response to his unwavering devotion, clarity descends upon him like the morning mist. With this divine guidance, he leads his temple with compassion and insight, touching countless lives. The monk's story reveals a profound truth. Consistency in asking is the key that unlocks the universe's boundless wisdom. By establishing a sacred ritual of asking, you create a direct channel through which the divine can communicate with you. To harness this power, you must transform asking from a sporadic act into a daily practice. Just as you nourish your body with food and your mind with knowledge, so must you feed your spirit with the practice of asking. This consistency builds a bridge between you and the universe, allowing for a continuous flow of guidance and abundance. Begin your day by asking for clarity, wisdom, or whatever you seek. As you retire each night, express gratitude for the guidance received and ask for insight as you sleep. This bookending of your day with sacred asking creates a powerful momentum in your journey of manifestation. Consider the tale of a humble craftsman whose works were sought after by kings and commoners alike. Each morning, before touching his tools, he would ask the universe for inspiration and guidance. Each evening, he would express gratitude for the day's creations. Over time, his consistent practice led him to create masterpieces that seemed to possess a touch of the divine. The craftsman's story mirrors your own potential. By making asking a cornerstone of your daily routine, you invite the universe to co-create with you in every aspect of your life. Your consistent practice becomes a beacon, attracting the very essence of what you seek. To begin this transformative journey, embark on the 7-day Ask Daily Challenge. Each morning upon waking, take a moment to center yourself. In this quiet space, ask the universe for guidance, clarity, or whatever you most need for the day ahead. Be specific in your request, yet open to how the answer may manifest. As your day unfolds, remain aware of the subtle ways the universe responds. It may come as an unexpected idea, a chance encounter, or a sudden realization. In the evening before you rest, reflect on these moments in a journal. Write down your morning request and the ways in which you received guidance throughout the day. This practice of asking and reflection will attune you to the universe's constant communication. Over the course of 7 days, you will begin to notice patterns, synchronicities, and a growing sense of alignment with the universal flow. Remember, the power of this practice lies in its consistency. Just as the monk and the craftsman found their greatness through daily devotion, so too will you unlock your potential through unwavering commitment to this ritual of asking. Chapter 10. Decoding the Universe. In the depths of an ancient labyrinth, a seeker stands blindfolded, surrounded by twisting paths and hidden dangers. Yet this seeker is not lost. With each step, they listen intently to the whispers of the wind, feel the subtle changes in the air, and sense the energy of the stones beneath their feet. These seemingly insignificant signals guide them through the maze, leading them to freedom. This tale illuminates a vital truth. The universe rarely shouts its answers. Instead, it communicates through gentle nudges, fleeting impressions, and what many dismiss as mere coincidence. To master the art of asking, you must attune yourself to these subtle responses. The universe's language is one of symbols and synchronicities. A chance encounter, an overheard conversation, or a recurring number may all be answers to your deepest inquiries. These events, often brushed aside as random occurrences, are in fact the universe's way of guiding you towards your desires. To recognize these signs, you must cultivate a state of heightened awareness. Begin by quieting the constant chatter of your mind. In the stillness that follows, you'll find yourself more receptive to the universe's gentle promptings. Pay attention to recurring themes in your daily life, unexpected opportunities that arise, and the intuitive feelings that guide you towards or away from certain paths. Consider the tale of a merchant who sought guidance on a new venture. Each night, he asked the stars for direction. Yet when a string of potential partners crossed his path, each bearing the symbol of a star, he dismissed them as mere coincidence. It was only later, when his venture faltered, that he realized the universe had been answering his request all along. This merchant's story mirrors the experience of many. The universe constantly responds to your asking, yet its answers often go unnoticed. A dream that lingers upon waking, a book that falls open to a significant passage, or a sudden inspiration, these are all potential answers to your questions. To hone your ability to recognize these signs, embark on a week-long journey of conscious observation. Begin a signs journal to document the subtle ways the universe communicates with you. Each day, write down any unusual occurrences, unexpected encounters, or intuitive hunches you experience. As you record these events, look for patterns and connections. A seemingly random sequence of events may reveal a clear message when viewed as a whole. Trust in your intuition as you interpret these signs. Often, your first impression holds the key to understanding the universe's guidance. Remember, the universe's answers may not always align with your expectations. Be open to receiving guidance in unexpected forms. What may initially appear as an obstacle could be the universe redirecting you towards a more beneficial path. By cultivating this awareness and maintaining a consistent practice of asking and observing, you'll develop a deeper connection with the universal wisdom that surrounds you. Soon, you'll find yourself navigating life's labyrinth with the same assured steps as the blindfolded seeker, guided by the subtle yet powerful language of the universe. Chapter 11. Gratitude Magnifies. You turn your attention to a tale as old as the soil beneath your feet. Picture a farmer, his hands calloused from years of tending the earth. Each morning as the sun rises, he walks his fields with reverence. His lips move in silent gratitude, not just for the crops that will soon fill his barns, but for every element that nurtures his land. He thanks the rain that quenches the thirst of his seedlings, the rich soil that cradles their roots,